So, I was watching the debate last night between Trump and Biden, and it wasn't looking good for Biden. It wasn't looking good at all for Biden. I can even say that Trump had a more confused look on his face. Like, what's going on? Is this like a elderly abuse kind of a thing? But that being said, that's not what I really want to focus on tonight. I want to focus on something else. Okay. And this is a massive misconception that I've seen across both political spectrums, but mostly across the right wing. The right wing believes that this is some kind of a win for them in terms of everybody's seeing Biden for being horrible in presentation and horrible as a possibility as a leader. And so they believe that this is like a very good reason why most people will vote for Trump. Let me make you understand something. Even if you're correct that most people now would switch allegiances and vote for Trump, what's that going to change? How many of you really believe that Trump is going to go into office as the new president of the United States or the new former president of the United States and change everything? Yes, Trump's first time was good. He could have done some things better, but what makes you think it's going to be this exact same thing around this time? What makes you think that? This is the issue I have with mostly the right-wing people in general, is that they believe that because their candidate is some kind of charismatic leader that seems to be a little bit odd and do things differently, that means it's always going to be that way and nothing is going to change him ever. No conditions, no situations, nothing they throw at him is going to change him. That is a big misconception. Just because Trump is winning now, and just because Trump is on the verge of winning now, because Biden is absolutely looking useless, doesn't mean that Trump is going to win. Or does it mean that if Trump wins, that is going to really do anything drastically? You don't know that. You don't know that his second term is going to be the same as his first term. I would prefer Trump won, but I'm not stupid. I understand that there are multiple more powerful people than the president of the United States. There are people that can change how things work, how things appear, how the world sees things. They can change what industries do. They can flip laws around. They can do a bunch of things. So Trump is not the most powerful person in the United States. And Trump is not going to solve all your problems. That's the issue. The issue with the right wing is that the right wing is thinking that there's no such thing as conspiracy, that people cannot change the mind of a leader by changing the situation he finds himself, making it so incredibly difficult for him to rule normally or to rule freely. People think that the most powerful nation in the world does not have kingmakers that can determine how conditions go. And also, people don't believe that Trump maybe, I'm not saying he is, it might just be had. Maybe he's already fucked with. Maybe they already gotten him. Maybe his donors and his people that are contributing to him have already adequately planted him as a seed that could possibly germinate in the White House to do whatever they want him to do. Maybe he's already compromised. That's what I'm trying to say. Maybe Trump is already compromised. You don't know that. So you're just like, oh my God, Trump is going to go into the White House. It's going to change everything. Biden is totally a douche. He doesn't have anything going for him. Yes, Biden is done. Okay. We know Biden is done. But A, that doesn't mean that Trump is going to win. And B, that doesn't mean that even when Trump wins, it's going to make any much difference. To me, it's pretty much going to be the same business as usual. Or maybe it's going to even escalate more. Maybe the people that don't like Trump is going to like force World War III under Trump or some shit like that, right? So just because your candidate is about to win doesn't mean you are going to win. Doesn't mean the nation is going to win. Doesn't mean your candidate can do anything about the situation. Okay? So I get really irritated when people are like, oh my God, yes, Trump is 100% going to win. You don't know that. You don't know whether it's going to be rigged. You don't know whether it's going to just get downvoted by the populace. You don't know that. Just because you fuck with Trump doesn't mean Trump is going to win. And even if he wins, so does that mean anything's going to change? Or does that mean anything's going to change for the better? You have to be slightly pessimistic, even as optimistic as you are, to understand that the world may not always run the way you think it's going to run. And just because your candidate seems strong and powerful and upright and winning doesn't mean that A is going to end up that way. B does also mean that even if it's way to win, it's going to accomplish what you believe is going to accomplish. So I always have a a healthy dose of skepticism in your mind, because you never know what happens in the world of the hidden or the powerful. Why do they think they call it the deep state? How do you think America can maintain such power over other countries and they don't have power over themselves? Do you think that they're not ringleaders? They're not like chess players? They're not big men? They're not big brothers behind the scenes manipulating things? Do you actually think that that's not a possibility? I mean, if they can do that with other countries and fuck around other countries' national interests, what makes you think they can do that with America, their own country? What makes you think that the people that they're put into power are not already ordained to be in power? So always think behind your mind that maybe Trump is a plant. It might not be. I hope he's not, because I like the guy. I want the guy to succeed. I hope he's not, but it may just be a plant. Be prepared for any alternative that might come. Don't just be like, yeah, we're winning. That's it. It's good. Nothing's ever going to go bad. Never be like that. Especially when it comes to the West. Especially when it comes to the most powerful country on the face of the planet. The people that are pushing for the Great Reset. Do you think that they have not factored Trump winning into their algorithms? Now, I might be wrong. They all just might be a bunch of losers that have no clear objective of what they're trying to do and just trying to force and push their way into power and try to use the media as a way to reinforce things just abruptly as possible. They might be clumsy. But part of me does that. Part of me doubts that people that have control over multinational interests are too clumsy. People that orchestrated the greatest COVID meltdown in the entire world. In the entire world. I mean, the entire world. Even their enemies shut their borders because of their media, the strength of their media and the strength of the FDA approval rating. It's weird to me that those people are so clumsy that they don't understand or factor in other presidents winning, apart from the guy that they wanted to win. Biden is done, that's for sure. But that doesn't mean that Trump is going to win. And also, that doesn't mean that if Trump wins, anything's going to change. I hope Trump winning is going to make things change. And I hope that Trump wins. But at the same time, if Biden wins, which is going to be weird, then I hope Biden has a change of heart or does the right thing. But always understand that you may not be getting what you're asking for, even though you might get your candidate. All right, guys, that's all I got to say today. And I'll see you guys later.